Here I'm going to give a vegetable production overview, which will hold true for just about any vegetable crops you're looking to grow. Overall, the goal is to produce high-quality vegetables efficiently. Planning is important to help ensure success of the farm, of the crop, and of the vitality of the business. So starting with, what is farming? I'm often asked this, and I think this is a pretty good idea of what farmers have to deal with, and something most people can relate to. It's the game of Tetris. And there's always new challenges coming down, and we're trying to find a way to fit them and make them work for our given situation. We're rewarded then when we get a line here, and we're constantly trying to keep this as low as possible. And even though it seems like problems will keep mounting higher and higher, we try to find a way to make the puzzle pieces fit together and keep moving on, because we know there's going to be another challenge coming right behind the one we just dealt with. So how do we deal with this? Well, the key part is organization and efficiency. Organization and efficiency are very important on all walks of life, but especially with farming. We'll admit this is not my tool wall here. This is an example of a highly organized one, and it makes it very efficient. Standardizing what you do is in your favor. And you want to standardize what you can. That's what this refers to. So there's certain things that's out of your control. But certain other things that you are able to control, you want to go through and do that. Speed, quality increase, you want to decrease the cost. Here, if you got to grab a certain size wrench, you know right where to go and get that. Here, the rows are the same size, the same width. You have the same hoops. You're not trying to figure out what hoops go with what row and what field. It makes it a lot more efficient. The standardization of your work makes it a lot easier overall. And the key part, if you do get it in this organized fashion, you want to try to return those tools into the same area so you can maintain that efficiency. You don't want to look like this 1 month and the next month all these tools being on a scrap bench over on the side. So time is money. I don't think you need to say that. It's pretty evident there. I always say you can get more money from the bank, but I still have not found out a way how to get more time. So you always have to factor in your time. And I know the sun up to sundown and then some is kind of the working hours, but you've got to factor in your time. You just can't be burning yourself out. There's certain things that you can make more efficient, and it may cost a little money initially, but it will save you time in the long end. And planning is one of those steps. So it's very important to plan, have a plan. The goal is to try to be prepared for expected or common issues, but still be able to adjust to changes on the fly. So you want to be able to observe your crop and kind of take a look at it and document. We'll talk about planning, what you see, what changes that are occurring. You want to plan for issues. So here we see good weed control, we see stakes, we see everything pruned right, we see everything trimmed and organized. That's what's expected. But like a quarterback, we still want to be able to come to the line if we see a defense we didn't expect, if we have an observation that we didn't initially plan for. We won't want to be able to make changes preventatively. And that's a key aspect of farming and keeping an idea, a plan, but being able to have it not be completely rigid and adjust to the conditions you're seeing on a particular year. Seeds. In general, vegetables don't get cheap on seeds. Oh, this is a couple cents less, this one's $1 less per pack. There might be a reason. I always feel you need to buy the highest quality seeds you can. They have good germination rates typically, and they could have disease resistance or sometimes multiple disease resistance, which can really help you in season. So trying to save a couple dollars here and there on seeds could really hurt you in the long run if a disease does come through. And have a buffer factor, I always say. Don't just buy the amount of seeds that you need. You want to have a little bit extra in case you have poor germination rate, in case you have something go wrong, in case you have a flat that falls over. You want to have a couple extras just in case. And keep in mind what seeds you are buying in case you do have success, so you can order those again. Even though seed companies are pretty good about remembering what you ordered, it's always a good idea just to know for yourself the exact variety that you bought. Seasons of change. Use the winter or general off-season to plan. It's kind of hard to plan in the heat of summer there. Use that winter, that off-season time when snow's on the ground and everything's frozen up to kind of make your plan then. And then the growing season, you're basically following your plan. So have a plan, follow the plan, and you'll be surprised how successful you can be. Most people don't have a plan, and that's why it's easy to beat most folks. So taking this off season, this downtime, where there's not as much going on as, say, in the heat of August or July, to develop that plan. What worked, what didn't work, what I want to do, what do you think I can do well. Take this time to plan. And your time is valuable. Be sure to factor in the time that you spend. I know you may not want to track the hours that you spend per day, but remember, the greatest gift you can give someone is your time. Because when you give your time, you're giving a portion of your life that you'll never get back. So I know it can kind of have this downward spiral here, where it seems like there's just not enough time. But be sure to factor in your time so that you don't get burnt out in season. I know it gets tiring at the end anyway. Keep in mind what you're spending your time on, and if there's a way to do it more efficiently so you're not, quote, wasting your time.